Hi, Mike Sheargold here from Real Estate Results. I just wanted to make sure you're totally across Real Estate Leaders Summit coming up on the 24th, 25th and 26th of March in terms of this year. And I just wanted to make sure that you're aware of it, you're across it, and you understand fully and completely what it's all about. Hope you've seen a brochure, you've received an email about it. We've had a lot of questions about, well, what exactly is it all about? Well, the first thing, we were very, very careful in choosing the word summit because summit is about the peak. It's actually a gathering of like-minded, progressive principals and leaders who are looking to accelerate their results. Now, one or two things. You could have either had a fantastic last 12 months and you're looking to accelerate and build on that, or you might have had a few twists and turns in the last 12 months and you're looking to reset, refocus, and achieve some brilliant results in the next 12 months. I look at, whenever I'm working with a principal or a leader, 7 fundamentals that I believe are essential to drive. And when we handpick the speakers over the 3 days of this Leaders Summit conference, it really was about making sure we're delivering on these. So the first one obviously is to grow your market share, because in most marketplaces across Australia and New Zealand, market volume is not going to give you a great 12 months. It's going to be your ability to grow and achieve some fantastic market share in terms of outcomes. The second one, obviously, therefore, is to increase your revenues. And based on that, increasing those revenues, is we also want to enhance profit performance. I've seen too many businesses that have actually grown their revenues, but their profit performance has headed south or has maintained. That is ridiculous. It needs to be on the up and up. And of course, that should drop through to enhancing the asset value, because at some point in time, as a leader, as an owner of the business, you would like the opportunity to be able to sell the business, sell down, sell out of the business, and be well and truly rewarded for that particular situation. This is a high-risk business, therefore there should be high rewards attached to that as well. From there, your team performance. Looking at how you're having your team wanting to play your way, stay within the business. So that's recruitment, retention kind of issues. And importantly, then perform. And, you know, I speak with most principals and they're saying, you know what, if I could just get my team to do one additional listing per month, one additional sale per month, the difference that would make to the bottom line, and importantly, their personal earnings, would be significant. From there, it's about your lifestyle as a leader. You know, I've just spent too much time with principals over the last 20 years, and I know that if you don't have that lifestyle component worked out, that's your work style and your lifestyle, it's going to become pretty frustrating. And then that's all wrapped up to actually enjoying the ride and having fun in terms of what you're doing. Now, fun might not be a word that you associate with this, but you know what? If you're heading in the right direction with market share, with revenues, with profit, with team performance and your asset value, and you've got your lifestyle sorted out, we start to enjoy it even more. And by the way, your energy is the energy that your team catches and gets involved with and connects with. And I guess around that I'm very, very clear that every single real estate business that I work with, it will be the pace of the leader that determines the pace of the pack. Or another way of saying that, your business will never outperform your leadership. And a lot of the times, I see leaders doing more work in terms of their listing and selling skills, and that's important to actually work on that and improve that. But the real biggie, and the ultimate question is, if you're not working on your business, then who is? So this is 3 dedicated days at the end of March, where you actually have the opportunity to truly work on your business. And we've collected, I believe, the absolute leaders, you know, a summit, leaders who are doing remarkable things in the marketplace. Not they have done, they are doing remarkable things. So let me just run through who is actually on, or some of the people who are on the agenda for Leaders Summit, just to give you a sense of that. I think the first one is Matthew Bourne from McConnell Bourne, you know, an agency that had a 32% growth in the last 12 months. In the last 5 years, they've been in BRW's, twice they've been in BRW's fastest growing companies, in the top 100 fastest growing companies in the Australian marketplace. And we certainly know that Matt has done a brilliant job in terms of recruiting, retaining, and also helping his team well and truly perform. Then we have John Cunningham. Now, John works in a marketplace where market volume is certainly down, but he now has over 40% market share in his core market areas. Now, that's impressive when you start to look at that. And once again, he has built a brilliant culture where he's got teams and a number of team members who are performing at an incredibly high level. What is it that he does that is making that happen? And by the way, I have a philosophy. If Matthew Bourne can do it, if John Cunningham can do it, then I'm going to suggest that you can do it too. Either a turnaround or turn up the kind of results in your business. Then, of course, we have James Connell. Now, Marshall White as a business in the Melbourne marketplace, and arguably it is the number one independent agency in the Australian marketplace, and it would be in the top 5 globally in terms of how that business operates. Not only in terms of revenues, but also in terms of profit performance, how that business actually functions and delivers a great result. Interestingly, they've just recently won an award for service excellence. So it's not just all about them achieving great momentum, but also it's about the level of service they're offering their clients in that particular process. And I think it's fair to say that when we look at, say, that business with over 200 members in the team across 4 offices, it's impressive when you start to look at how James manages that, how he runs with that, and how he puts it all together. And then, of course, we have Paul Dunn. Now, Paul Dunn is a global business guru. And the reason we brought Paul in, because we want to make sure that you're thinking about the big picture, and he's going to address some of the key elements that need to absolutely be put into the mix to help you achieve some brilliant results. Robert Bevan. Robert would have to be the guy to help us with benchmarking in the profession, and importantly, therefore, the lessons coming out of that for you around profit performance and how we start to tweak and hone some things to make a difference. Damien Hackett and Paul Curtin from a great agency in the Brisbane marketplace, Place 8 Estate Agents, and they have 5 years in a row won the largest agency in Queensland in terms of the REIQ awards. Now, to do that 5 years in a row, to do it once is remarkable. To do it 5 years in a row is incredibly impressive. And as a business, Paul's energy, Damien's energy is absolutely outstanding. And they're going to show you how they're actually taking their business forward and growing. Some of the keys they're putting into sales meetings, into their performance coaching side of things, and how they've had to tweak and hone the business as it's evolved and grown and developed. Avril Henry, and Avril Henry, we've brought her into the mix because one of the things I'm very, very clear on, that if you've got a situation where you're not great at working with Gen X and Gen Y, and this typically comes up as an issue with most of the principals we work with, they're looking for smarter ways and different ways of making that happen. Avril is a specialist in terms of how do you create a culture where you've got Gen X and Gen Y wanting to play, stay and perform your way. Then, of course, Tom Panos. Now, a lot of people have heard Tom talking about his seller paid strategies and his marketing strategies and so on, which is brilliant. Tom, in this particular session, is going to focus on what are the lessons from Rupert Murdoch, because having worked in the news organisation for a number of years, you can imagine the kind of disciplines and strategies and accountabilities and sales management that come out of that. We're going to take that and we're going to apply it specifically. And then from New Zealand, we have the fastest growing agency within the Ray White network. Megan Jaffe is speaking, and Megan has done a sensational job in terms of her recruiting, and importantly, fast starting people. One thing might be to recruit people. The second thing is to help people become really productive. And she's going to share with you the track record and how she's gone about creating that, and really developing a dominant business in that particular marketplace. And then, of course, myself, I'm going to be speaking about sales performance, sales management, and how we actually go about enhancing the performance of your team, dealing with issues and being super effective. And I guess the big difference in terms of Leaders Summit, and why I'd love you to actually be part of it, if you're committed to actually growing and developing business. If you're not committed to growing and developing business, then it's going to be the wrong thing for you to do, the wrong place to go. And that is that I'm literally in the mix of debriefing what each of the speakers have said and coaching you on building your plan. So it's not a conference where you walk away and then have to build your plan. We're going to do that right there, which is extracting the learnings, what are the key frames, the key things, the strategies, the dialogues, the ideas, the innovations that each of these great operators have put into place, and bring that into a super focused plan for you. As I said, it's on the Gold Coast on the 24th, the 25th and the 26th of March. I'd love to see you there, be part of it, learn, grow, perform, because your business will never outperform your leadership. It's time to invest 3 days to work on your business. I'd love to actually have you there working with you to help you enhance your performance. See you there.